Welcome back to another Golf with Goody YouTube video. We're back at Shadow Ridge Golf Course in Kelowna. We're on hole 1. We're going to split this into two parts, do a part 1 front 9, part 2 back 9. So make sure you come back next week and check out the back 9 to see how we go. Hole 1, I'll put a little map up, but my watch is telling me it's 330 to the middle. We're going to head over the bridge towards those pine trees. Anywhere right is safe, if you know from my last video out here. Right is the safe option. Left, you're in the creek. Oh, it's going to be a rusty first swing with the big stick. Okay, think positive though. That was hit terribly. Let's go find it. Apologies for the terrible angle that you're on, but you're on the back of my cart and we're on the side of a hill. We've got 160 left in, so I've got an 8 iron. It does look like it's a front pin. I think this is the first time I've not covered the water with my drive. I guess that's what happens when you hit like a toppy little draw thing. But ball above my feet. So I want to try and start this a bit right. With 160 left in. Okay. Ooh. Okay, that came straight off the toe and like sliced so far right. Oh. Okay, that's just bad. So that was by far the worst shot I have ever hit in my life. We have 140, but obviously we've got the tree in the way, so I'm just trying to punch a 7 iron down there and hope for the best. Set it back in the stance, play it kind of like a little pitch shot with the 7 iron. Just punch it up there. No intention of this really getting to the green, just want to get it under the tree, back on the fairway, give ourselves like a little chip or a pitch. I'm not even going to talk about that one. Well, welcome to shot 4. Yeah, you all saw what happened that last one, smack bang into the tree, because you know he just did not hit it great. Why won't this club go back in my bag? We have 124. Still got to keep it a little bit low, just going to hit a little pitchy 8 iron in. Oh dear. There's going to be a hole to forget. That is the hard thing about golf. Okay. That's more like what we wanted on my 7 iron. Chip in the putt time. Okay, time for a little chip, or more of a pitch. Short-sided with the front pin. Lovely. Hitting with the grain though, so that's okay. Try and pop it up a little bit, get it to stop. Oh, and we bladed it. Didn't keep our weight in our hands forward. So the positive way of looking at this, clean your club, is at least I've now got green to work with. So let's look on that little bright positive side with this. Not my best chip, but we're at least on the green. And we are going to do our very, very best not to 3-putt this. I can't even think what we are now. What was 2 was just over the creek, 3 hit the tree, 4 was short, 5 was over, 6 was on, so a 6 on. Okay. 2-putt gets us away with an 8. I suppose it's good to get rid of the 8 on the first hole, isn't it? You know what, let's take my glove off. Downhill, braking left to right. And that broke nowhere near as much as I wanted it to. Now I've left myself with like 4 or 5 feet. How good. Thank goodness that is in for 8. I'm gonna have to double check that. So I forgot to mention something. Pardon the aeroplane. On the first tee, because I was thinking too much about my first shot on the first tee. So I'm setting myself 2 goals for the front 9, back 9, the part 1, part 2. And first one is 1, don't get frustrated when things don't go my way, which today's a good day for that. I started out with an 8 on hole 1. And the other thing that I want to try and do today is shoot close to my handicap. So my handicap at the moment is 16. I want to shoot close to 16 over. So that's my 2 sort of goals across this part 1 and part 2 of this round of golf. So we're on to hole 2. It's a middle pin. It's 150 to the middle. Just going to hit a nice little 9-iron over there. It's a bit left. It's a bit left, but we're not in a bunker, I don't think, so that's good. Awesome. So 9-iron was the perfect club. We're over the bunker. We've basically got a pin high chip. So chip and putt, chip and putt. Lovely, tap in. I think it's kind of nice, you know, when you have just to string 2 good shots in a row, like a well hit iron followed by a nice chip to give yourself a tap in par. It's pretty good, really. I'm not going to complain. Rightio, hole 3. We're thinking good thoughts because last time this hole did not go so well. So positive thinking. You're going to hit a nice drive. We ignore the drive off the first tee. It didn't happen. So you're going to hit a nice drive here. The runway doesn't exist. The water doesn't exist. Just a nice drive down a big wide fairway. Okay. Oh, it's left. But it stayed in. Okay. It was a snap hook left. Just like last time. But we have bounced in off the fence. Ball was on the cart path, or on the path to the left, so we've taken relief from that. We didn't get past the crossing path, which is like through here, because we hit a terrible shot. So we have 240 left in. This is a bit of a risk, so I probably shouldn't be doing it, but we're going to do it anyway because we're a mid-handicapper and we love taking unnecessary risks. We're going to go with 2 hybrid. and we're going to try and just knuckle it down there essentially, get it as close as we can to a chip and a putt. Find something to line myself up with. It's not the best hit ball, but it's running down there. Okay, we're just in the right rough. Have a little wedge in. So, the good news, this ball is way further down than I thought it was, and it's like 2-3 feet from being in the rough. So that risk kind of worked. Not to say you should take risks playing golf as a mid-handicapper, but it kind of paid off. I'm in a far better position than maybe if I hit like a 4-iron or something from 240. So we've got 50 yards in, so it's a 190. So that's kind of the benefit, that little extra club speed you get. Oh, sorry, ball speed. Ugh. English, Richard. That extra ball speed that you get from those hybrids, you know, having that big back to them. So back pin. It's going to be a bit of a hip to hip kind of pitch shot here. Spin, spin, spin. Lovely. We've got ourselves a putt. So we have ourselves a par putt. So one was onto the cart path, and then we get free relief from the cart path. And then 2 was our hybrid down to 50 yards. And then shot 3 was on. And we've got a putt for par. Let's see if I can be as clutch as Ryan Fox and hole a 10-foot putt. I really need to get into the habit of taking my glove off. I find that my gloves stretch very easily, especially in the heat. Glove off. Okay. No, I'm not happy with that. Let's go there. That's better. Okay. Lovely. In for par. How good. How good. Right. So hole 4, front pin. There's 159 yards to the middle, 146 to the front. We are going to hit, well, it's going to be a little bit shorter than that because I'm a few feet behind the markers. Going to hit a nice 9-iron. I think that's going to be just lovely. Just a nice 9-iron onto the green, at least give myself a chance at 2 putts. I could potentially like try and muscle, because it's front pin, like a pitching wedge there, but I'm going to have to hit it really well. And I'd rather just try and hit a nice, you know, just go for the middle of the green from here instead of thinking about pin location. And just a nice, easy 9 should be perfect for that. Okay. Oh, it's a bit thin and left. Just go in the bunker. I think we're just past the bunker. That's annoying. Thin and left. Oh, after hitting such a good 9-iron on hole 2. Unfortunately, that ball has gone down somewhere in here. It's bounced over this little hump. and then into the drink, I think, or it's somewhere lost in the bushes, but there's a bunch of nettles and I ain't looking for that. So we're going to drop one. I'm going to play shot 3. So we're on the line and we're not closer to the pin. It's an important thing if you are dropping, instead of re-hitting from where you hit it, it's distance and shot. So I'm not closer, I'm in line with where it went out of play. Just try and hit a nice little pitch on. It's on the green, it's not too close, but it's on. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm starting to lose my energy, because I've hit, I had a bad hole followed by 2 good holes, and then I've lost a ball, and I've hit some bad shots, and it's starting to get to me mentally. And this is one of the things that I'm trying to use golf to help me with, is to just push past that, to sort of ignore that impending feeling of shit ain't working. So we're going to walk away from this hole. We're still going to go through a process, lining it up. The way I like to putt is I like to visualize the line that the ball is going to roll on. Make the putt, it's downhill, so it's just raced away. Didn't think about the pace of that. Again, usually I get to a point where I just stop doing my process and I just hit it because I get frustrated. I'm going to go back, just do the process, line it up. Happy with the line. Trying to keep my feet nice and square. Visualize the line that I want to putt it on. Make the stroke, make the putt. So 3 on, 4 5. It's a double. Not ideal, but we move on to the next hole. Hole 5. This is another one where right is your safer option. Left, you're very much in the trees and you're a couple to get out of it. There's a nice white 150 marker down there, which is a good place to be, somewhere around that. But yeah, right is definitely the safer option, more outs. I've just hit like an awful high toe ball. Right off the high toe. And we're in the trees to the left. Okay. So we're not going to get frustrated, we're not going to get annoyed about it. We're going to take deep breaths, move on, hit the next shot. Okay, I really have no line through the trees, so I don't know if you can see there's like the white 150 marker just there. Just going to try and punch a little 4-iron out there to the fairway. Get ourselves in a better spot. Oh, that's just come out so dead. We'll work with it. We'll work with it. So shot shaping is not my best skill. We have 197, so I'm not going to bother trying to shot shape. What I am going to do is I'm going to use my rangefinder. I'm just going to try and pick a point on the fairway and see how far it is. Okay, so about 125 to the middle of the fairway. I'm going to grab my 52, Just hit a nice 52, put it on the fairway. And I pull it into the trees. Golf is mighty frustrating. Frustrating as ever. So believe it or not, that shot did not help with the whole don't get frustrated side of things. Yeah, it's just, again, try and chip one out into the fairway. Just use a little 5-iron. We're short of the fairway, but you don't have any tree trouble. You can finally go for the green. Right, so driver 1, they hit a bad 4-iron, they hit a bad 52, they've hit a bad 5-iron, so we're 40 here, playing a 5th, it's 125, middle pin. This is a perfect gap wedge, so it's going to be about 120, 125 into the middle. Pick something to line up with a few feet in front, put a good swing on it, get it on the green. Oh, we've chunked it. But it's okay. We're out in the sunshine, we're playing golf. Think on the positive side. You know, it could be worse. There are worse things to do on a Monday morning. 56 degree, we've got 35 to the middle, just over this bunker. Set it a little bit forward in the stance. A little bit of a knee to knee, get some height over the bunker, land it on, trickle it on. It's a little bit left, but it's going to kick right. Okay, we've just held on to the back of the green. Yeah, we definitely need a good reset. Just get myself swinging freely again. Downhill putt, breaking right to left. Pace is definitely going to be key here. Oh, sit. Whew. I thought I had absolutely smashed that past, but I tell you what, it's at 6 on, 7, there's another 8 on a par 4, yikes. Hole 3, par 3, sorry, hole 6, par 3, we have 180 to the middle, got a 7-iron. Let's just put a good swing on it. That is topped so badly, we're like so short of the water. My word. Today is not my day. Okay, that was the worst 7-iron in the world, and just like topped it. We've got a bit under 60 to the middle. It's a back pin, we've got 63 to the back. Oh, correct that. 69 to the back. Oh, I was on the wrong hole. We have 72 to the middle. Okay. So, a nice shoulder to shoulder sand wedge. Lovely. It's a way to make me feel better. That is the exact shot that I wanted to hit, so good. Cool, so we have this putt for par. I'm so happy with that last wedge shot. Sort of basically 80 towards where this pin was, and I hit that sort of shoulder to shoulder sand wedge, which for me should be about that 80-yard shot. And we're sitting here nicely close to the pin, or decently close. So should break a little left to right downhill. Line ourselves up. Visualize the line that you want the ball to roll on. Perfect. Par. Much needed par. I'm really happy with that. Terrible tee shot. Saved it with a really good wedge and a nice little putt. Okay, right about now, pretty sure I know what you're all thinking. You're thinking, Richard, it's not that long of a par 4. Don't hit your driver. Just take out a hybrid or an iron and hit it down there. Well, I'm one of these people who likes hitting driver, and there is no better place to practice hitting clubs than out on the course. On the course you have consequences. If you miss left, you've got to deal with it. If you miss right, you have to deal with it. So yes, it might be frustrating when I miss, but we want to get better at golf. I'm going to hit my driver. If it doesn't go well, sweet, okay, we move on. We try again on the next hole. But for me, I want to practice, I want to get it better, I want to avoid that snap hook, and if we can achieve that on this hole, it'll work out great. If not, we'll be punching it out from the trees again. But I like hitting my driver. Oh my gosh, this is so firm. I like hitting my driver, so we're going to hit it. We're going to take some extra time before hitting this driver. Make sure that we're set up how we want to be set up. Make sure that we're comfortable. Okay, I like the tee height, really happy with that. I'm happy with my grip. Get that hip tilt. Couple of waggles, looking down, visualizing where we want that ball to go. That's a little bit of a push right, but the contact was mwah, chef's kiss. Awesome. All we did was take a little bit more time, make sure we're happy with our grip, happy with where the ball was set up. Okay, we're going to be in the rough on the right side, but hey, we hit a great drive, great ball contact. And it's going to be a wee ways down there as well. So as I mentioned, wasn't the best driver, playing from the right hand rough. We've got 132 in. We are going to play a little punchy shot. We're going to try that punchy 7-iron again, because this should be perfect. Keep it nice and low in the back of the stance. Get my glove back on. It's nice punchy 7-iron out down there. Leave ourselves a nice chip and a putt. Okay, we've just trickled across into the rough on the far side. There's a little bit more left, but I think part of me was worried about hitting the tree right in front of me. Okay, so not my best punch out, but we're happy. We've actually not got a terrible lie here. So we'll probably be okay. We'll clean the club off. Probably need to wet my towel because it's quite warm and dry today. So we've got a front pin, it's just 33. So just make sure we keep the hands and a weight forward so we don't blade it. Oh, and we just caught it a little heavy. Just a little heavy, and it's come up a bit short. But we still have an outside chance putt for par. Okay, we're not quite on the green, we're actually just short. But that's okay. It's going to shift right off the fringe here. Probably fairly aggressively, I think. So we're just going to aim up left of that pin. Take my glove off. I want to get into the habit of doing that. I practice all my putting without a glove on, so that's why I want to start putting without a glove. Okay. Just give it a good roll, and if you make a bogey, you make a bogey. That's broken a lot more right than I expected. That's okay. It's a bogey, and we do not mind that at all. Hole 8. Another one where we're just going to aim for hitting a good driver. Take that little bit of extra time to make sure our grip is right, setup is right. Alright, I've got the mower coming down, so I'll give him some time. We can tee up our ball. Okay, should be good to go. Cool. Love that height of the ball on the tee. Make sure we've got our grip right. Take a couple of looks down there where we want the ball to go. Get that hip tilt, spine tilt. A couple more looks. It's a little bit drawy. We've hit some wood in the trees. But we might be okay there. We'll see. We'll go find it and hit it again. So we've ended up pretty lucky here. We've still got 211 in, so it's not really gettable. But we can try and hit like a low drawy 4-iron round the corner a little bit of these trees. So we've actually got really lucky that we're not in the middle of them. We do actually have a bit of space to work with. Then even if I mishit this a bit, we're still going to be able to get a decent go at the green. Oh, we've just caught it a little bit from the heel, but we're back out in the fairway. Have a nice open green to work with. You have 120, just a nice full 52. Bit thin, just over the back. Okay, it was a bit thin, that 52, but we've got chip and putt for a bogey, so a pin high as well, which isn't bad. And we're pretty happy with that chip. Let's go and tap that in. I very nearly failed to hit the record button there. That would have been fun. Okay. So, pretty regulation putt this. I'll line it up anyway, go through the process. Last thing we need is another double on the card. Lovely. In for a bogey, we do not mind that at all. Hole 9. This is always a fun one. It's very much an iron off the tee, so I'm going to hit... Oh, actually I want something with a little more loft. I'm going to hit my 6 iron. I'd normally hit my 5, but the tee box is just a bit over to the right today. So that brings in that tree on the right into play a bit more. So we'll tee up on the left side of the box and try and go over the left side of those trees. Just a nice 6 iron, should leave us with either a short iron or a wedge in. Use a tee, should help me get it up a little bit more. That is one of the worst hit irons I've ever hit. We just trickled through by the trees on hole 6 and broke the tee. So I think I found the worst place in the world to be, but we'll work with it. We've got 100 yards. I think we're just going to try and chip a 7 iron, hopefully clear this hill, stay under the trees, chase it on up there, but I don't know, we'll do what we can. Go, go, go! Oh, that's come up just short of the green. I'm actually really happy with that. We've done well there. Okay, we've got a decent chip at it. Be nice to finish the front 9 on a par. Be really good. Let's try and put this one close. I'm trying to land this about halfway and let it roll out. Oh, that is perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in to part 1 of this round of 18. Make sure to like and subscribe for this aeroplane flying overhead. No, I'm joking. Make sure to like and subscribe for this wonderful putt for par. And come back next week and watch part 2. See me scramble around the back 9. Thanks for watching.